This is QuarterRoy. I'm out at Barber Park, and I just hit my first silver of the day. Probably be my only, because I'm going to leave here shortly. But anyways, this was interesting because I found a 1946 Wheatie right where my lesh is in the middle of the plug that I dug over there. And then, like I said in other videos, whenever I find a Wheatie, I always swipe around the area to see if any other loose change fell out. And sure enough, about, I'd say, half a foot away, I dug this plug. Well, the center of this plug was about a half foot away, and I plopped that up, and that's how it laid when I popped it up. And it's a mercury dime, but I'll get a close up so we can see the date. Alright, there she is. Get this out, and I'm guessing it's going to be in the 40s. Yeah, it's a 40, looks like a 42. Yeah, 1942. Let's see if we got a mint mark on the back. No, looks like no mint mark. But awesome. It's my first silver over in this area of the park. So hopefully I'll find some more. Awesome. This is QuarterRoy out on a hot evening. And yesterday I pulled up a mercury dime from this part of the Barber Park. And today already I've pulled up, well, I'll get a close up this in a second, but it's a tag, it's a sterling tag, and it has Eleanor engraved on the front side of it. So that was neat, first silver for this evening. But then I just dug this plug, and when I popped the plug up, and the plug's about, I would say, close to 4 inches. So when I popped that plug up, I put my pinpointer down to see if anything was in the bottom, and I didn't get any signal from my pinpointer, so then I put my lesh down and dug stuff up, and just plopped a clump of dirt up here, and then I was just going around in the dirt, and you can see the silver right there. So I would say this was probably down maybe 6 inches or so, 5-6 inches at least. So I'll get a close-up, and then I'll show you the tag, and I'll show you whatever. I'm thinking it's a dime, probably a mercury dime, and I'll show you that in a second. Alright, there's the close-up of it. I'll just squeeze around here, and yeah, it's a mercury. That's what I figured. Seems that that's the only type of dime I pull up from this field. It looks like a 1944 maybe. Yeah, 1944. Let's see if it has a mint mark on it. I do not see a mint mark, but cool. Second mercury dime, and I'm kind of in the, just walking the same strip here, so hopefully I'll hit a couple more of these. But let me give you a close-up of that tag too. So let's see, get the name of, there's Eleanor's name on the front. And then on the back, it says Sterling GW product, or PROD for short for product. So cool, 2 silvers tonight already in about a half hour's worth of time. Hopefully I hit some more. Well, this was a interesting find. It was about, I don't know, it's almost 10, at least 10 inches down, if not a foot down. And it's a top to a 10. Not sure exactly what it goes to. It says 3 Mary, I believe that says widows. And whatever it was $1. And can't read that down there. I'll have to try to clean it up when I get home. But that was just, it's pretty cool. It was down deep, so, and it was only, with a price tag of only $1, it's got to be old. So, I don't know. I just thought it was neat to show you. This is QuarterRoy out at, well, in the woods, out by the river. And as you can see right here, I got a silver. And it was actually on the surface. I took, well, I went over it with my metal detector and got a good signal. And then I was able to go down with my pinpointer and find it even before I started digging. And then I just dug, plopped that out, and it fell over here. I haven't seen what the date is yet, so I'll get a close-up and we'll see what it is. Well, it's a 1942 Washington quarter. Pretty sweet. It's really, ooh, it's got a mint mark on it. Looks like it's a D, maybe. Oh no, it's an S. Wow. I think it's the first, well, I think it's the second silver I've had with estimate mark. So awesome. It's really tough in here. Got a lot of brush to dig through and stuff like that, but that makes it worth it. Cool.